Hello dear fans, friends and subscribers. This is your host welcoming you to your daily edition of the Cricket Happening Show, this on a Sunday. As far as today's Cricket Happening shows, two matches which are coming up, and one is something which I'm sure the cricketing world is definitely focusing on, because as you know, I've been every time repeating on this cricket show that the World T20 tournament is going to be held in India in 2016. We are just months away from in the 2016 the flagship tournament of the year, one could say, and that is the World T20 2016 to be held in India in the month of March, April 2016. And yes, the focus is on T20, and as definitely the focus will be on T20, as India lost the first T20 against South Africa, being the host of the World T20, and now tomorrow they would be crossing swords against South Africa in the second T20 match, which is going to happen on 5th of October, I reckon. So I'm going to do a brief preview of the second T20 match which is coming up between India and South Africa. And of late one has seen that India's record in T20s has not been so good. If you look at the past 5 matches, they have been struggling. So India is the one who has to pull up the socks now against South Africa. And tomorrow, if India lose the match against South Africa, let me tell you, South Africa would have taken the T20 series, and that would have boosted their morale ahead of the World T20. And especially it's going to be played in India, so South Africa will have a very good hang of the conditions that are prevailing in India, and I'm sure they would be putting their best foot forward in the World T20. So that is the preview that I'm going to do. And the other preview that I'm going to do is one interesting match that happened yesterday. Zimbabwe back home, probably away in that was a match I do remember between Zimbabwe and New Zealand that was happened back in 2001. So quite a long time, I would say, that Zimbabwe registered a victory over any of the big teams, I would say. And yesterday was one such day when they won the match, and they definitely showed a lot of batting ability, no doubt about that. And the bowling also did a wonderful job to reduce them to 76 for 6. Well, but in the end, the final result mattered with the death with Lewis, and I thought Zimbabwe were a bit lucky there, and they won the match, and they tied the, the series was level, and now the final one-dayer which is coming up, and the final one-dayer is going to assume great importance, because for Zimbabwe, if they are going to win this will be their first ever series win against Pakistan. They would have it will be the first ODI series win against such a big team, which Zimbabwe have never done so in their history. And Zimbabwe would be gunning for it for sure, and they would be going with all guns blazing. Pakistan, let me tell you, it's not something that is going to happen again, because Pakistan, we all know, it's a real world-class outfit there battling against Zimbabwe. Well, so two previews. So for the first preview, let's start off with the but before I start the preview, there is something that I missed, dear fans and subscribers, to tell you that West Indies, such a wonderful team, who has also won the in the history of the Champions Trophy, they have won the Champions Trophy once, and what a shame that West Indies have not qualified for the Champions Trophy 2016, which is sad. Bangladesh have made the cut with their superior performance, and it's really sad that West Indies were already going through lots of trouble as far as players in the side are concerned, the managing the side. A lot of things are going on as far as West Indies cricket is concerned, and West Indies have been riddled with lots of problems ahead of the Sri Lankan tour, as you would know. And now, to add insult to injury, they are out of the Champions Trophy too. So that's not good news for West Indies, I reckon. But nevertheless, that's what it is. Okay, so now first let's do the preview of the second T20 match which is coming up between India and South Africa, and that's going to be played at the Baravati Stadium here in Cuttack. And I'm told that India and South Africa have never played in the Baravati Stadium in Cuttack. That should be interesting. Now let's have a look at India. Now for India, I was just wondering one thing, why I have a big question here, that as to why Ajinkya Rahane is not playing for India. Now we know the World T20 is coming. We know Ajinkya Rahane has done very well. He has done all the good things, and we all know that he's another very good talent in the making. We can probably put him in the range of Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan, but I'm just wondering as to why Ajinkya Rahane is not to be seen. In fact, I preferred Ambati Rayudu, but my vote would have gone for Ajinkya Rahane. So I'm a bit surprised here that Ajinkya Rahane is not a part of the Indian squad. Well, so looking at the records that Ajinkya Rahane has done, especially considering that it is in India, I'm really a bit surprised that Ajinkya Rahane is not in the mix of it, unless and until India is doing some experimentation here. Wouldn't know, and that too, if you are playing against such a top-notch team like South Africa, I don't think experiments are needed. If probably Ajinkya Rahane is injured, but I don't think Ajinkya Rahane is injured. So for me, as a cricketing host, as a host of this Cricket Happening show, I am really surprised to find that Ajinkya Rahane is not in the Indian team in the T20 matches, and especially considering that the World T20 is going to be played in India in 2016. Well, so let's get to the preview here. For India, one good thing that happened in the first match was that Rohit Sharma went on to score a beautiful century, looking absolutely confidence personified. Shikhar Dhawan failed in that effort. Virat Kohli looked good. Suresh Raina, they just got a hit. I wouldn't say they could do much, but well, the batting is looking good. But I think India is missing Ajinkya Rahane as far as in this T20 match against South Africa is concerned. Especially considering that you're playing a top-notch team like South Africa. Tomorrow it will be interesting to see whether Akshar Patel, I would rather plump in for Akshar Patel, but I might even say that India might go in for experience. We saw that spin pace was something which was coming in very easy for the South African batsmen. So I would reckon if Harbhajan Singh could come in and take the place of Akshar Patel, because Harbhajan Singh can also bat, as you know, he's also an all-rounder, he's an experienced all-rounder. So I would rather say that India should bring in Harbhajan Singh into the mix tomorrow. So Ravichandran Ashwin already proved what a good bowler he is. Spin is something that South Africa don't take it very easy. I would say they're probably prone to mistakes there. So I would really like to see Ravichandran Ashwin hunting in tandem with Harbhajan Singh. And then you have the experienced bowlers, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Mohit Sharma, S. Arvind. Now S. Arvind, well, on his first dig, I thought, first dig in international cricket, I wouldn't say he was very impressive, but nevertheless, he bowled well, I thought. But for being the first match, and when you're bowling against the likes of such stalwarts like Hashim Amla and A.B. de Villiers in a 2020 match, I can understand what nerves Arvind would be following, and you know that both the batsmen were in a real punishing mood in that 7 overs when they cracked 77 runs. So that is something. So I would like to see Ajinkya Rahane and Harbhajan Singh, but nevertheless that's for the selectors to look at it. But let's look at the South African squad. Now, South African squad, they should be very confident because, and also let me tell you one thing. In Dharamshala, we saw that the ball was not easy to grip. There were lots of runs scored, but I don't think that bleeding is going to be there on the Cuttack pitch. Probably it would be a slow pitch, so probably the ball will stop there. So it will be interesting to see. And I'm sure, I'm told that there has been persistent rain on Saturday, so it will be interesting. Probably the spinners might get a good bite of the cherry there. South Africa, well, they are looking very good. Everyone got a good hit there, barring du Plessis, de Villiers, Hashim Amla, Dumini cracked that, was in cracking form to away the man of the match. In fact, they decided, even though looking at the situation, even David Miller was not even required. So they still have some ammunition left in the bag, I would say. So David Miller, we are yet to see him in the T20. Well, definitely we all know that David Miller is not in the best of form, but it just takes one innings to get into some good form, and David Miller can be really devastating. Farhan Bardeen also did very well to give good support to Dimini. The bowling is looking good, but whether South Africa are going to do any changes, because they won the match. So normally when a team wins the matches, they normally prefer to go with the winning combination. So Chris Morris is there, Kagiso Rabada, Kyle Abbott, so Martin DeLonge. Now they have the four-pronged pace attack which delivered for them, and whether Eddie Lee would be given a look in, and probably looking at it, doesn't Imran Tahir got taken for runs. That Imran Tahir is going to change his line a bit against the Indians. It would be interesting to see. One thing that I missed on the other day is to say that Virat Kohli is become the first Indian player to score 1,000 runs in T20 cricket. So I'm told in international cricket, Virat Kohli is the first one to reach that particular mark. So that really says a lot about Virat Kohli, such a wonderful and a very, very talented batsman for India in the future. And well, so that is going to be interesting. So that is as far as the preview is concerned of the second T20 match which is coming up. And as I said, it's a must win for India. If India don't win, South Africa take the T20 series. Well, now let's leave from here, move on to the Harare Sports Club, where another interesting match is in prospect between Zimbabwe and Pakistan. And for Zimbabwe, where they could make history tomorrow if at all they could defeat Pakistan in the third T20. If they do that, this will be their first ever one-day international series win over Pakistan. Not only over Pakistan, over any. I mean, they have never got an ODI series win over any big team till now. So if they could do that, that will be a sort of a big feeling for them. But Zimbabwe, well, they were looking very good. I'm very happy to see that the batting ability was really put not to the test. I would say the batting ability really came up trumps there. Chamu Chibaba, I've always been telling you, has been a big find for Zimbabwe. Being the opener, he not only can play strokes, he can play the waiting game, and that's what he precisely did. He anchored the innings beautifully, I thought. Hamilton Masakata missed out. Brian Chari has been, Dave Watmore, the coach, has really mentioned that Brian Chari is a real talent, and probably Brian Chari is going to get some time, and we definitely saw that barring the first match where he failed, that was his one-day international debut, Brian Chari was looking good in the second match with his 39 odd runs. Sean Williams is another good batsman, we all know that. Elton Chigumbura showed what big hitting he can do when he cracked that man of the match knock of 63 to really raise the bar for the Zimbabweans. Sikandar Raza also played in that aggressive fashion that he normally does. Richmond Mutumbami chipped in, Tino Mutumboji. Now, the bowling, if you look at it, Tinasha Panyanga was good. I thought the spinners also did a good job. Yes, they do have a question mark as far as Graham Creamer, right-arm leg spinner, is concerned, because right-arm leg spinner Graham Creamer couldn't take any further part of the game, and definitely it is going to allow Tino Mutumboji, the right-arm leg spinner, to come and join John Nimbu, the right-arm off spinner, and probably this will be the spin attack which will be consisting of, and it will be interesting to see how it goes. But Zimbabwe have to really get that batting ability going. In fact, they definitely have a good batting ability, as we saw, and it will be interesting to see how Zimbabwe goes, whether they can really put in their best batting ability that they put in the previous one-day international. As far as Pakistan are concerned, well, Pakistan, they have lost the match, so tomorrow will be interesting to see what changes they do, because Asad Shafiq failed, we know that, but Azhar Ali failed, Ahmed Shahzad, the top order failed actually, barring Mohammad Hafiz. I thought the captain and Shahzad failed, but we all know that it is just that one match that they have failed. They are someone who can really, I mean, this is just a passing phase for them. Mohammad Hafiz played well, but got out pretty quickly. Shoaib Malik, what a knock that was. I mean, Shoaib Malik, what to say about Shoaib Malik? I mean, he has been someone who has not been holding a permanent place in the Pakistan team, but of late we have seen what Shoaib Malik has done. I mean, let me tell you, he has become a great contributor to this Pakistan cricket, and especially considering that Shoaib Malik doesn't have a lot of years left in international cricket. I thought Shoaib Malik is doing a great job for Pakistan, because he has become a very useful player for Pakistan currently, I would say, because he bats well, he bowls well, and he fields well. What else do you need from Shoaib Malik? Sarfaraz Ahmed, the wicket-keeper. We all know what Sarfaraz Ahmed is capable of, but Mohammad Rizwan is a breath of fresh air. We saw that, and looking at this Pakistan team, I think they are having ounces of talent. Mohammad Rizwan is one who missed out on the previous one-day international, but we all know that Mohammad Rizwan is capable of very good things. We know that Mohammad Rizwan, for the limited opportunities that he's got, he has never failed with the bat. Imad Wazim was missing yesterday, and I'm sure Imad Wazim is going to be coming in because Imad Wazim has had a good record against Zimbabwe, and he's another bits and pieces all-rounder who contributes in all the three versions of the game. Amar Yamin, the youngster, was very, very impressive. He came in at a very, very crucial stage, absolutely a real crisis, and you know, if at all Amar Yamin would have been out, Shoaib Malik would have been left high and dry. But Amar Yamin has shown real talent, that he is a fearless bloke. He comes and he can have a crack at the bowlers. That's what he's shown yesterday. And Amar Yamin is also a right-arm medium pacer, as you all know. And the bowling, it would be in the hands of Mohammad Irfan and Wahab Riaz, who has been the best bowler in 2015 for Pakistan. And Yasir Shah, not only does yesterday definitely the Zimbabwean batsman played him very well, but Yasir Shah, not only that, he definitely has some very good batting ability. We have seen that in certain matches, Yasir Shah has really come good with the bat. And yesterday too, he showed by giving company to Shoaib Malik by contributing 32 that Yasir Shah can also be relied on as a batsman. I could probably term him as an all-rounder now. So all in all, it's looking like a very good match in prospect, no doubt about it. But Zimbabwe, if they are going to bring the same batting ability that showed in the previous one-day international, I think we are going to have a real game on hand. And I think an interesting tussle is on the cards tomorrow between Pakistan and Zimbabwe in the in the final one-day international, which is coming up. For Pakistan, they have to win it, otherwise Zimbabwe would be going for an historic, for their first ODI series win over Pakistan, if at all they won the match. Well, dear fans, subscribers, I think I have maxed eloquent enough on this cricket show, and it's time for me to bring the curtain today on this cricket show on Sunday. Hope you all loved it, and I'll be back with more cricket happenings tomorrow. That will be on a Monday. Till such time I see you, it's a big goodbye from host Ram. Thank you.